Hey guys, and welcome back to the Star Fox Zero playthrough. We're finally getting back to the story, quote unquote. This is Sector Omega, which is not as cool of a name as Area 6, personally. They never play the Area 6 theme, which I'm surprised they didn't do.
Which is a shame, because that's one of my favorite tracks in Star Fox.
It's one of the most recognizable ones from 64, and since they love calling back to that game, I'm surprised they didn't do it. Although, when you're playing Star Fox Command, because I did try going back to that game not too long ago, they play Area 6 practically all the time whenever you're playing as Fox, so I actually got sick of it by the end of my...
Area 6 of it.
Area 6 of it, yeah. This level is also pretty cool because you go into hyperspeeds.
G diffuser set to max.
Oh man, we gotta reference our techno babble. I mean, world building. Yeah, world building. That's what it is.
And then the Blue Falcon flies in out of nowhere and just, really blows them out of the water in speed.
I like this level because I agree. I love the idea.
Yeah, I like
the
piloting challenge of it.
Yeah. You also you're basically not given enough time to really look at the gamepad at this point, so you really do have to.
So this is the one where you really want to play it as Star Fox 64, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you still need to use the gamepad to kind of.
You can make little adjustments with it, but
it's basically like you're playing Splatoon at that point, pretty much.
Yeah.
Where you're using it to aim the reticule and not really to. You're not looking at it to do fancy shit, pretty much. I wish that they had done more with it, like where you have to suddenly pull up. Like make it more roller coastery that way instead of just a straight line. I suppose, not a huge deal, but
yeah.
I
say it was. This level is also essentially a giant callback to the awesome black hole from the original Star Fox, as we'll see in less than a minute here.
And that one didn't make Fox have a depressing.
No, that was just
the alternate dimension.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the awesome black hole in the original game is described as the last place James McCloud was seen before disappearing.
Oh, cool. Okay. I suppose there's kind of a callback to that with
the rotating things.
These.
Well, this is 64.
Yeah, that wasn't even like Area 6. That was a really I don't really remember.
The warp gates.
Yeah. These things are Area 6.
The warp gates in 64. So. Yeah.
I don't know what the...
Because what I thought of first was Super Mario Galaxy. Here's
the black hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the black hole callback.
Yeah, when you get to the point where you find James McCloud in the final level, it's basically this as well, so that's cool.
Huh.
Blocks, yeah!
Actually, that makes it make more sense now that I think about it.
Yeah, though, even though when I did the Star Fox Marathon, and I was playing most of the Star Fox games for the first time, just seeing this guy come back, just brought a smile to my face.
He's in 64, right? Or...
Yeah,
and SNES.
He is in the original. He was brought back in 64. And
now he's back again.
I think this is the first time in a while they brought him back.
And they're playing the 64 boss battle theme too, which I do enjoy. Switching to all range mode. The boss fight itself, though, is kind of a pain in the ass. All things considered.
I think, but I love that. It's some Star Fox editors might be saying, "Oh, the attack carrier again," huh? And it's like, "Oh, but it's nothing like the original fight." There's also different means of destroying him, too.
Yeah.
You can go the classic way of destroying the cargo, or you can shoot the ligaments that hold the cargo base.
Wait, you can? I thought that...
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know... Oh, so the little red pillars, you can shoot those?
Yeah, you can shoot those, and you get bonus points for it.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you had to shoot when it opened up, you had to shoot the glory stuff.
Now it is me who is teaching you.
Oh, no.
So I'm still, 1 for 3.
Oh, no. Now I was the stupid... No!
Gamble again.
Yeah, it's just one of those. I'm so used to fighting the attack carrier the certain way, I just play him that way.
Yeah, when I fought him the first time, I went the tried and true method, and I saw, oh, it still works. So
what, did you just shoot one of the ligaments by accident, then?
I threw a Nova Bomb, and I missed, and I hit the ligament.
It's happy little accident.
Yeah.
I meant to do that.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool though. I'm gonna need to try that at some point. Like next time I play this, which will be approximately
10 years.
Yeah, probably.
Now that I think about it, in this situation, that would be the ideal way to win because it would mean that the parts of the ship that were shot off, rather than destroyed, could be recovered and salvaged.
Yeah.
Not to mention, it would probably cut a good 5 minutes off the boss fight, because this is one of the longest ones in the game, if you're trying to do it the legit way. This first phase takes a while, and if you shot a couple of well-aimed Nova Bombs, you could probably finish this first half of the phase in 10 seconds, I would have to guess. This is also probably another section where doing Walker strats would probably make it easier to aim.
Help. Yeah.
Yeah! Woo!
I'm a chicken.
Are you a fox or a chicken?
Hey,
just
Slippy!
imagine-
Hey, Slippy, guess who I am? Real funny, Fox.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. It's kind of like Fox is doing a taunt in his fighter jet.
Yeah, the second half of the fight is really annoying, though, because, well, we'll see when he actually starts attacking. But I believe there's only one way you can hurt him here. He's got these laser thingies, and there's 4 of them for each of the cardinal directions, and you have to shoot. There's no way to shoot to damage them other than to hit the glowy parts, and he'll start spinning around, and it's harder than you think to get shots into the middle. So, because if it hits the sides, you're not doing any damage at all. So I don't even think
You're doing pot shots every time.
Yeah,
Unless you saved up the Nova Bombs up to this point, then it's not that bad.
yeah. Although I'm thinking if you'd probably want to use your Nova Bombs on the first phase to get those support beams down as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Well, the support beams don't take much. So I think if you have at least twin lasers, you can easily save your Nova Bombs for this part of the fight.
Which would probably be better. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just hard to get a clear shot when you're constantly moving forward, but it's also moving around a lot while it's spinning. So getting a clear shot is tricky.
It seems like transforming into the Walker mode in space is actually a really legit tactic here.
Oh, it is. It makes some fights a complete joke, because you can just stand up behind it, and a lot of the attack patterns are assuming that you're going to be moving into an area where the damage will happen, if that makes sense. Like, they're assuming that as you're flying to attack, you're going to move in a certain way, and then you'll be in the line of fire to be hit by such and such attack. They're not expecting you to be staying in one spot.
They're aiming where you're going, not where you are.
Yeah, Vegeta, it's not that hard. Jeez. So, yeah, that's basically, so, I'm trying to remember which ones in particular are made ridiculously easy by it. Probably not the Aqua Rosa fight, because you need to keep moving because of the EMP shield, but, yeah, I'm sorry, I blank a lot on names in Star Fox, particularly.
Well, the Dodora fight you've demonstrated earlier.
True.
The Walker fight is pretty ideal for it.
Also, the Gigarilla fight, which we'll be getting to this part. Yeah, this part. I spend almost all of that fight in the Walker. So, yeah. Come on. No, it closes. Damn it.
No.
Just give up already.
Yeah, but I'm really glad that you told me that, Don, because now the boss fight will only take 10 minutes instead of 15 next time I try it. But, it's something.
And for those that don't, if you don't have the time to get all the medals, I recommend trying the game with the Black R-Wing, the Falco amiibo, because there's something very satisfying with being able to dish out so much damage at once, and learning the ins and outs so that you don't take as much damage as you could, because again, you fall like a fucking fly when you get hurt with the Black R-Wing.
Yeah, that game, if you want to do well, you just have to not get hurt at all when you're playing that mode.
Which is harder to do in some levels because they throw so much at you. And that's when you really hate how the barrel rolls map to the right stick.
I wouldn't have issues with it if it wasn't also the same thing that did the somersault and the U-turn. Or at least giving you an option to use the R button instead of the stick or whatever.
Yeah.
Options are
I
good.
think the R button, the R button is mapped to a Nova Bomb. You can also press on the right stick to launch it.
Ew. No.
I don't mind that so much, but I understand why people wouldn't like that.
I don't like pressing in the sticks for anything, to be perfectly honest.
So, Venom has disappeared.
No, I like them for
However,
camera
there's
related.
still a way
I like them
to
for
Andross.
camera related things like click the stick and you'll switch between first person and third person mode, that kind of thing.
Or camera reset.
Camera reset too, yeah.
Pepper says Venom's disappeared, but it's still right there.
What the fuck are you talking about? It's right there.
Oh man, we just went across the entire solar system in about 2 seconds.
We're okay.
Probably my worst, like the worst thing that I've ever seen a game do for clicking the stick though is, I'm not sure if this is true of the console version, but the PC version of Doom 3 BFG edition, clicking the stick was your crouch button, and it was not a toggle.
Wait,
Oh.
crouch?
Oh, ooh.
Yeah, I had
Okay,
I
it
had to
wasn't
go
a-
into the
the
config
fact that it's not
files
a
and
toggle,
remap
that's-
that.
ew.
I had to go into the config files and remap that. I could not stand it. It was horrible. The game played fine when you remapped it though.
You had to hold on to the right analog stick button to remain in a crouch position.
Ew,
Yeah.
no, that's like
Yeah.
you have to. You're holding down. Like I've got my gamepad right next to me, and I'm like holding it down in my hands, and you're pressing
Yeah.
way too much pressure on the control stick. To
Yeah.
really move comfortably. That's ew, gross.
Not only that, but depending on what controller you're using, that can actually really wear down your control stick.
Yeah, like I'm trying to imagine like doing that with like a PS3 controller, and ew, no
Nah.
thanks.
No.
I have two PS3 controllers, and one of them already has something seriously wrong with the left analog stick that causes it to register D-pad motions when I use it. I have no idea how that works, but it makes playing something like if you're DMC3 Special Edition is the game that I just because the D-pad isn't used for movement in that game. It's a bunch of shortcut keys for menus. So I kept jumping to menus in the middle of combat. And I'm like, what's causing this? Well, it's the analog stick for some reason triggering D-pad motions. Okay.
So for all intents and purposes, the second visit to Corneria is this game's Venom.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Because Venom is not really a stage, it's a boss fight.
Venom's a rock in this game. And you know, I like the way Venom looks. Like the smog, and I think it's a cool final area because it's not traditional. Like it feels menacing and like oh yeah, you
It's
would.
not lava.
It's not lava. It's like oh yeah, I wouldn't want to be stranded here like Andross was, but it's also not traditional, which is cool. Whereas Corneria, this is basically just a hard mode of the first stage, which is fine. It's just, I didn't like that they basically just made Venom a rock that's about the size of a Super Mario Galaxy planetoid. So,
Though this is also an interesting callback to the SNES game too, because hard mode Corneria wasn't during the Sunset as well.
I'm surprised at how much they pulled from the SNES game for this. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense considering that SNES and 64 are pretty much the same game. It's just, whenever you hear somebody talking about Star Fox, they're always talking about Star Fox 64, and I hear very little about SNES Star Fox. So it's
Well, for good reason. The 64 was just a better game.
yeah, but it's just the game. There's a much wider amount of influences taken in Star Fox Zero than I thought. Like it's not 80% 64. It's more like 75% 64, 10% Star Fox 1, 5% Star Fox 2. We're just gonna pretend Adventures and Onward doesn't exist, though. That's fine.
Well, Assault's not bad.
No, Assault's not a bad game. The only mention to the adventure or Assault continuity ever in this game, to my knowledge, is not even in the game. It's in the animated short.
Really? What did they mention?
At the beginning of the short, Slippy mentions that they're coming back from Saria.
Oh. Okay. Still canon. It still happened.
Yeah, the dream's still alive.
Okay, so hold on. I got an idea. Star Fox Zero takes place in between Star Fox Adventures and Star Fox Assault, before Crystal joined the Star Fox team.
The
Yeah!
timeline where Andross was not destroyed in 64.
Yeah. That's the timeline where Fox fails in Star Fox Adventures and Andross retains control over Saria with General Scales.
You know, the more we talk about this, the more it sounds like an alternate ending to Command, so can we just please stop?
It makes more sense than some of them.
You mean all of them?
Yes. What's your favorite BS ending from Command, though? I like the one where Slippy decides fuck Star Fox, and he gets laid and has like 20 million kids with Amanda.
He goes home to be a family man.
Yeah.
Like,
My favorite, well, the most ridiculous one I think is when Crystal ditches Fox at the last second.
Angst.
oh,
yeah,
that's where she
ditches
comes
Fox at the
Chaos,
last
is
second.
it? With a K?
Cursed.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Angst,
You know,
angst.
she abandons Fox at the last second to be with Panther, and then she abandons him when everyone just shuns Crystal for leaving Fox so abruptly.
God, that sounds like the worst kind of fan fiction.
Star Fox Command, in a lot of ways, is the worst kind of fan fiction, but it also becomes the best kind of fan fiction in the meantime. It's...
Yeah. Another one, Falco misses the entire adventure in the game. Like, he misses the Star Fox team, and he gets horribly depressed.
Oh, I remember I get that one, because you'd get that one by selecting, like, the option, like, what's Falco up to? And then the Great Fox magically warps to Falco for some reason, and Falco just does his own thing while everybody else is doing real shit, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, here's the Gigarilla. This guy hurts, for the record, like, no, like, I got hit
It's almost like he's a giant robot.
Yeah, but I got hit twice there, and it did half my damage.
Okay, can I just ask why he has a giant X on his butt?
Because that's the part where we're supposed to shoot.
Because he's a comical monkey man.
Yeah, so what I like to do is fly between his legs, turn into walker mode, stand on the ground, and shoot it.
Yeah.
Rather,
But you know
rinse,
what's cool,
repeat.
though, is that it's kind of an exploit, too, because the game, I think, assumes that you're targeting that X on its ass in R-Wing mode, and as a counter, it does a quick 180 swipe, which is aimed at a R-Wing altitude. But if you're in Walker, you're easily dodging that.
Yeah, you just have to... The trick really is just to stay far enough away that he's not going to hurt you, really. And then you're fine, because then you can dodge or whatever. Also, there's power-ups all over the place. Ow! Or you can, throw something at you out of nowhere. That works.
Some damn
There
good
are
aim
twin
there.
blasters inside the hangar. I think... Actually, are you going for them now? Oh, you probably don't need them.
I'm going for what?
There are
Twin
twin
blasters.
blasters inside one of the
Oh,
hangars.
probably not, honestly. I've already got them.
Yeah, but you can get hyper lasers.
Yeah. That takes work and shit.
Bullshit. Hyper lasers are awesome. Gladly sacrifice a life to get them.
But you lose
Preferably
all of your
Slippy.
lasers if you lose a life.
Sacrifice the frog. With the toad.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be associated with those stupid frogs. Okay, I'm on. Nope, get on. Get on. Get on.
Did he just shit out
Get
a ring?
on.
What the fuck happened
Get
there?
on. It won't. It wouldn't let me gain any more altitude. Was what was going on there. Like there was a max height you could go up, and you couldn't go any higher. So, yeah, that was what was happening there.
Keep your distance from that thing.
I
Okay.
do what I want, Falco.
And who is the leader of Star Fox? It's not Star Falco now, is it? Little bitch.
Q an ultimate ending in Command.
I think there actually is a Star Falco ending in Command.
Yes, there is.
Your lasers won't even dent that armor. Look for a weak point.
Your lasers won't even dent that armor, so find a spot where you can dent that armor.
Really, Fox, it's not that hard. Jumping around the giant robot.
We have to somehow cut its power.
I don't know if the game even expected you to go into walker mode at this point, because that was my immediate...
Well, you have to in order to hack into it.
Yeah, but like I don't know if they expected you to fight the thing in walker mode, though.
I think because they give you a solid foundation on the ground, you can be A or B about it.
Okay. I can't imagine fighting this thing in R-Wing mode, because you get such a steadier shot on the ground.
Yeah. Well, in R-Wing mode, you're aiming for the head and the hands.
And it's so easy
you
to
can
go
disable
between
those.
his legs as well.
Yeah, you can aim for the chest, the head, and the 2 arms to disable them.
You can disable parts of
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
What? I never did that. I've always...
Well, you don't need to, as you demonstrated. You can just go into the walker mode and shoot the ass.
But I never even thought that was an option, because they say...
I think you're doing it for a medal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because they say, like, don't even try to dent the armor, so I didn't even bother denting the armor.
Yeah.
I shot
They
at the
said
big
nothing about
red
fucking
fuck me
it
lights.
Yeah, he's at idiot lights, so shoot them. Idiot.
Yeah, pretty much. You need to get a lot... You probably need to do that in order to get the medal, though, because of the insane point requirement. I thought I was doing okay there.
Why are you Canadian, Andross?
Andross.
Canada must be stopped. They've had it too good for too long.
We've only done this song and dance for like 5 times now.
Are you sure? This feels like the first.
5 times. Yeah.
The portal is closing.
I'm going it alone.
You know,
Why?
at this point, this is where Falco and Peppy and Slippy would normally be like, to hell you aren't, and would go in with him. You know? Also, we've also established that you can fly across the solar system in the blink of an eye, so why not just fly to Venom anyway and help him? You know?
I think Slippy's just happy that he now finally has the time to eat something, for Christ's sake.
Lunch break.